one and I'm having the normal feeling of what am I doing? Why am I out here? Hawaii's nice, but what's the purpose of all of this? And why do I always go out? Not always by myself, but a lot, because it's hard. And it's hard to say goodbye to family and friends and not know when I'm going to see them again and be quite isolated for a lot of it. And that's always really, that's the biggest challenge, I would say. And the first day is always the hardest. But I also know from experience that the days get better and not think about it in terms of the next month or 6 months or year, but just day by day, you know, when you start feeling like things are just a little bit hard or you're not so sure about your decisions, just think about it as just a day at a time. And that always helps. First stop after Hawaii, Fiji, and then Sydney. Bus just took a detour on the sand for about a block or two.
We have to take the bus back.
The highway. You want to become that highway around?
Back in Australia, in the Blue Mountains, and going to go on a 2-day or 3-day hike into the valley. Feels really good to be back here. That was a really hard hike with probably 50 leeches that we picked off our shoes and a couple on my skin. Lots of trees that were down, water crossings. Oh, took 6 hours, 7 hours, and we're finally here at Acacia Flats. Yay! We're here! We're here! We made it. How many leeches were there?
They're all on Elisa. I don't know. Day 1. Complete.
We have to choose our tent site carefully because it's been raining really hard here. Raining buckets. So we gotta make sure we don't get flooded out if it rains tonight, which it might.
So if you stayed in the valley, you could just keep going along the Gross River.
Along the Gross River?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound very pleasant. We weren't lying when they said this trail was very hard. We've come up a huge way from the bottom of the valley, and we're heading up to the cliffs, and then we'll walk around the cliff back to the car. Total of maybe 25 kilometers. We came up from the river that you can see just there. There's a line in the trees. It was really hard and wet. You have a fear of heights? You don't really have a fear of heights. You just happen to be dangling off of a cliffside. Right? Is it? You want me to come and dangle my legs off the edge? Oh, you are about 1,000 feet off the ground. What? we need aqua socks for this. I'm getting hungry. We had to walk through a lot of water. Just picked 5 leeches out of my flesh.
Ticks.
Just picked 5 ticks out of my flesh. Gross. And earlier flicked a few leeches off as well. They're the worst.
But check out the view.
But check out the view. Top of
Byanji Mountain
Byanji Mountain.
in the Buttawang Wilderness.
Buttawang? Buttawang?
South Coast, New South Wales. Yeah, Buttawang.
It's beautiful, but it was a really hard hike up here. Was it hard?
Piece of cake.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. Is that the hard part? Oh no, this isn't the hard part. We haven't gotten to the rope yet.
No.
We came from way, way up there. And we still have a long way down.